G'day viewers, back for another week of the Profile Police, and let's see who we've got. Oh, first up, young lady who in a profile photo has a cat that is disturbingly close to a double for Boo.
Yeah.
We're a bit freaked out by that, quite honestly. A bit close.
But the thing is, the site that you've put yourself on, to me, doesn't look like... It looks like a MySpace or a Facebook site, not a dating site.
It does seem to be a networking site. Now, the young lady in there has described herself as an emo, and I think it may be a community site, which is a good way to reach like-minded people. But the first advice would be, if you're serious about finding someone dating, you probably need to be on a specific dating site.
And that way you can actually... Because when you're on the dating sites, you don't update your status all the time, and you because quite frankly, sometimes on Facebook and MySpace you might put things like having a shit day, hate my boss, life sucks. You don't want that going onto the same site where you're trying to pick up.
Yeah, whereas on Facebook we're all sort of, yeah, I know that. On a dating site, if you saw these constant things about people telling you every little bit of their life, it's got a different vibe, not good.
So I'd keep the two things separate. One's for networking, one's for actual dating. Just a thought.
Yeah. As saying the Boo photo, I will say it's quite reasonable. Shows you with a bit of personality, a bit of style, and you're obviously a cat person. And you've got a cat like Boo, so you're cool.
Yeah. So basically just transfer that profile over. No negatives, alright? Keep it positive. You sound like fun, you sound alright, but just, yeah, keep the positives and just basically transfer that profile straight over into a dating site and see how you go from there.
Yep, and send us another message once you've done that, and we can look again if you like.
And we'll have a proper look and really pull you to pieces. Oh, okay.
Okay, now.
No capes.
I don't even have to identify you. You know when we say no cape, you know who you are, okay? Yes, it shows you're a guy who goes out and have fun, and no, okay? No, not on a dating site, no pictures of you in capes. That's a no-no.
Alright, we got that? Okay. Otherwise, you've written reasonably well. Check your grammar. Perhaps you want to, when you're saying I, you want a capital. Little points like that, they just look like you haven't taken the time. What you should do is whack it all into a Word document and do a spell and grammar check. Easiest way to do it. Just copy and paste and then copy and paste back in, alright?
And you have expressed yourself really well, better than average in there, so lose the damn cape photo, because a lot of people aren't going to scroll down after they see that, and they won't see how sort of individual and expressive you are there.
Yeah, you've done really well. You might want to edit a little bit, just keep it a little bit more concise, keep it simple, sweetheart.
Why is there only 4 things on your 6 things list?
I could never do with 6 things I could never do without comes to 4.
Yeah, make 5 a calculator. 6 a reminder to put 6 things when I'm asked for 6 things. Ah, we're being mean now, aren't we? No, we're not. That's just having a bit of fun.
You know, being mean would point out that computer shouldn't be on there unless you actually specify that it's a Macintosh or something cool rather than just a computer. Like my jazzed up, my pimped computer, my something computer, just my computer doesn't do it for me. Explain why.
Oh wait, this is one of those sites with the most private thing I'm willing to admit. What has he admitted here? That is awesome. We're going to read this because this is awesome, I think. In the wee hours of the night, when everyone's asleep, I like to play with aluminium foil and craft it into superheroes that fight crime against the Warlord Compact and his grimy clan of discs. That is awesome!
Okay, but I know it's awesome, Andrew.
But not to girls?
Not on the dating site. I think it's hilarious. We both think it's hilarious, but not on the dating site, sweetheart. It's funny, but it might...
Make you look crazy?
Look, it makes you find something as funny, but less alfoily. Because as soon as we think of alfoil and putting it on the head so the aliens don't get it, zap our rays, you know, yeah, it's good, but yeah.
The point is, your personality and your humour come through really strongly, so I don't think you have to push it. It wouldn't hurt you to scale it back a little on here, because the confidence and the humour comes through well, so you don't necessarily have to push it all that far.
And I like the fact that you've put in there, you should message me if you're needing computer help. That's great. It's fun.
Yeah. So generally speaking, your profile's quite good. Not the photo, lose the CAPE photo.
Okay.
Have we mentioned that? The CAPE photo? No.
Okay. All right, last one. What have we got here? We've got someone who smokes occasionally, but is a Caucasian with no hair.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm taking it they're bald.
But you see, he's a man who goes the fashion route. He shaves the head, wears a hat. So he's a man who just lives the, rather than wearing some horrible toupee or comb over, he turns it into a strength, and that's what you should do.
And maybe, for all we know, he actually isn't bald and has just chosen to shave it all off. So, love the quirky photos, love the profile photo is very artistic, which is great. There's nothing wrong with an artistic shot because it actually shows some personality and shows that something else is going on there, and you're probably a more creative person than the next profile on. So that's good. Yeah,
loving the heartogram. That's a good line. It will make you stand up. Oh look, you've done the wants to date but nothing serious, and I think that's probably a default on the site. It isn't something I'd recommend because it could scare off people you might quite like. You just say you're looking to date, and leave off the not serious.
Yeah, and if they can't have an option which is just wants to date, because dating is fun. Dating might lead to stuff or it might not. So tell the site to give you an option that just wants to date and see what happens. This whole idea of the but nothing serious, it's like, look, most women are going to go, oh, fuck you then.
Yeah, I think a lot of people put that, they think it makes them say, hey, no pressure, I'm cool. It actually makes you think like, I refuse to commit to anyone. And
makes you sound like you're looking for roots.
Which might be true, but, you know, play it a bit more laid back than that.
But I've said this before, go on Adult Matchmaker. If all you're looking for is sex, don't waste women's time over here. Okay?
Yeah. Dude, I'm not sure about putting beer as an interest. We've had this discussion recently. It can be accepted that you like the beer, but putting it as a major interest, I'm not altogether sure.
Well, I've put Scotch and Guinness on my profile as an interest before because I'm actually interested in single malt Scots and Guinness. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Beer, when you're a male, that's not an interest. Unless you put brewing beer, exploring the tasting beer. You know, because there are actually some fabulous, gorgeous beers out there which you could go so put beer tasting or wine tasting, not just beer.
And you did also mention the first date about a bar with a beer and hang out. Yeah, it kind of sounds cool, but and I'm sure you've done that as a first date, and it maybe worked out well, maybe didn't. I've done that as a first date, and it's crap. I think it's a crap way to meet someone. If one of you drinks too much, and I've been... No, I've never dated Emma, by the way.
By the way, can you all stop asking that one? Mrs. Angry is sitting in the room with us. It's all good.
Yeah, but I did, through one of these dating sites, go with someone who wanted to go play pool at a bar. I thought, that sounds cool, let's do that. I knew a local pub that actually had leopard skin and zebra skin felt, which I thought was cool, and that gave me an in. So, yeah, there's a guy. She was a Collingwood supporter, and that's all someone in Melbourne needs to know. She got smashed. I know. On a first date, she got smashed. No, I didn't make the moves because she was a Collingwood supporter. Lots of hate messages now from the Collingwood supporters. I don't care. Getting smashed on a first date, and I wasn't getting smashed. Not a good look.
Yeah, I've had too many martinis on a first date, and that gin palace. I mean, Christ, too many martinis, really. You only need 3 and you're stomped. And I ended up going out with a geek for a long time, which was fine. I've got no problem with that. But, yeah, look, I really cannot stress enough. Yeah. We've said it over and over again. Meet for a coffee. Don't have alcohol on a first meet. On a first date, maybe, but not on the first meet.
That's where it can work. You do the coffee, and if that works, then you say, hey, I know a nice bar. Would you like to go on Friday or Saturday night? Yeah. But as the actual first contact, really don't recommend it.
Because this is the first time you're meeting someone, so calling it a date is actually a bit of a misnomer in some ways. So this is a first meet, and keep that in your head. And somebody else who'd written in, they were talking about being scared about getting back into it, and How about you just go and meet some people? Don't think about it as a date where you're going to meet your soul partner, your soulmate, the person you're going to marry. Just get out there and meet a couple of blokes.
Yeah. Actually, really quickly before we go, some people have asked me about speed dating, and I have done it.
Okay.
It's fun. If you treat it as fun, it's fun. When a friend said, what was it like? I said, it was awesome. I crammed 6 months worth of rejection into one night. So, no, I did not get a lasting relationship out of it. But it literally is, it's fast practice. It's, you say something and you see the eyes glaze over and you can go, right, I won't use that one again. And file that away. 6 months of a rejection in one night. What more could you ask? It was a learning experience. But something like that, for variety, particularly if you haven't been out dating for a while, I actually do recommend it. Treat it as fun though. Don't treat it as pressure. Don't treat it like you have to meet someone there.
Yeah.
If you treat it as fun, I reckon speed dating, I only did it once, but it was fun.
And look, if you join RSVP, they have a bunch of singles events that go on. There are a whole bunch of different ways to meet people besides the internet, and that's the thing. Just get out there and meet people and have fun.
Yep, and if you'd like us to review your profile, send it to me by a direct message, and we'll see you again soon.
Okay, enjoy.